watching Cardi and Nicki beef right now. Them bitches have been beefing since I was 15. What the fuck is the problem? What happened? Like, I've not seen or heard of bitches beef like that since Tupac and Biggie. What the fuck? They probably have the biggest beef in the fucking industry at this moment. Like, generally. Like, they need to let that hurt go. Leave each other the fuck alone. What the fuck? And the thing is, they are lighting each other the fuck up. Like, they're not backing down. Like, they're not. They're not. Nicki's been subbing Cardi for a hot minute. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when literally, like, a hot minute. Once Nicki said that she was gonna release her album during Cardi's rollout or whatever, I knew they was gonna get into it. It was coming. It was coming. Because in my mind, I'm dumb as a bitch. I'm like, why does she release the date 6 months in advance? That don't make no sense. 6 months? That's damn near, that's black people time. That's a whole fucking year. I'm a big fan of both. I really used to think that they were gonna make up and, you know, do a song together. I was so delusional. I thought Nicki Minaj was gonna be on Cardi B's album. That's how delusional I was. I think that dream is done. Well, for real, they better stop before this actually gets ugly. I feel like someone's gonna get hurt soon, so. Good luck, everyone.
No, because Cocaine Barbie is wild. Cocaine Barbie is wild. Why didn't y'all tell me the girls was fighting? I gotta get on my Zoom. This is crazy. I should have known, because when the numbers came out and they said 2-time platinum, I knew something was about to get started. And Cardi has been quiet a little bit when it comes to Nicki, and she is tired, and Nicki is disturbed. Nicki is upset that we is bumping the Cardi. So the girls are fighting. But let me tell you something. Cocaine Barbie. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are straight up talking shit about each other on the TL. This has to be one of the messiest beefs I've seen in a while. Well, it really all started when Nicki posted this picture of an eagle. Nicki keeps deleting her tweets, but I think I have most of the screenshots. And people were comparing an eagle and a crow in the comment section. Someone said the crow jumps on the eagle's back, pecking at its neck to provoke a reaction, while most animals would fight back. The eagle does not. People were saying that eagles were more superior than crows, and I'm like, okay, why? If you go to Cardi B's recent album, guess what's on the cover? Crows. And I think Cardi realized this was about her. She said, "You must have missed me, huh? Crazy. Now kiss my feet." Then Nicki says to every enabler, never provoke a writer while they're writing. You join the game as a willing participant. Don't try to back out now. Then Cardi says, nothing more annoying than a bored. Then Nicki says ABCDEFG, rap like Barney, still ugly. Then Cardi B says Cocaine Barbie. I had to fact check if this was real, but Nicki really posted like an AI version of Barbie and Cardi B together. And then Cardi tweeted this man in a pink wig. Then Nicki says ABCDEFG, surgery to look like me, tell the rat and tell Jay-Z, Rico fraud and perjury. And then she says, there's no way I can make this brand friendly. ABCDEFG, pregnant, play with this. See, oh my god. Cardi says ABCDEFG, your man have to snatch, tastes like honeycomb, your bro be touching 12. Oh my god, oh my god. Then Cardi B says the power I have to make these, come out of rehab every time, go to your fucking room. Then Nicki says dog and pregnant with the 4th baby, Barney, HPV, allegedly. She also said falling off the charts with a big belly, running trains barefoot, still smelly, still you could not outsell me. Cardi then says, why do you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag you think it is. You've been in the game for like 16 years. You don't need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake, those are the numbers you need to be competing with, and you can't because you be doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the is you comparing yourself to me for? She said, all right, now this is the 3rd time talking about my pregnancy, like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all the perks, scrambling your eggs, not allegedly, Lord, protect my babies. And that's the end of it for now, but I feel like we're still gonna get more tweets. Cardi B's making a bit more sense to me, but I still got love for both of them.
Cardi B clapping back at Nicki Minaj is diabolical. After Nicki Minaj took to her Twitter to say raw dog and pregnant with the 4th baby, Barney B, BV, HPV, allegedly. I know y'all see the dang AI picture of Jay-Z with money, the barb wig, and Cardi B in a Barney getup. After that, Nicki Minaj said ABCDEFG, falling off the charts with a big belly, running trains barefoot, still smelly, Still, you could not outsell me. Now, it was at that point that Cardi had had enough. She says, why do you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag you think it is. You've been in the game for like 16 years and you compare yourself to your peers that started around your time, like Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be competing with, and you can't because you're lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the F is you comparing yourself to me for? She even followed that up because she was heated, saying, all right, now this is the third time you done spoke on my pregnancy. Like, wasn't you going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce? From all the PRCS you was popping, scrambling your eggs, not allegedly, Lord protect my babies. And then here comes Nicki Minaj talking about A, B, C, D, E, F, G is I'm Heineken P-U-S-S-Y. Now, Cardi claims she was minding her business baking ribs when Nicki Minaj came and entered the chat bothering her on this Good Fine Monday. Something tells me Nicki Minaj could care less about disturbing this pregnant lady's peace. I'm curious to know what you guys think regarding this. Like I said, the gloves are off with these two. It's looking like they have finally settled down on X. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen next. Let me know y'all thoughts down in the comments. Peace.
Nicki Minaj only compares herself to Cardi B because the person she truly wants to compare herself to won't pay her no mind. Now, I am going to be using these same graphics for the next two stories. And shout out to Live Bites because they do have Tia Kemp's clip. Now, first off, the girls was fighting last night and I just woke up, so let's get into it. And again, shout out to Live Bites. I'm going to tag them below. You can actually catch these screenshots on their page. Now, Nicki Minaj, from a series of tweets that are now deleted, had been posting these lyrics that are aimed directly at Cardi B. Now, you can pause to read them, but without the beat, I don't really know how they're supposed to sound. And Nicki Minaj posted more like this. This one, she says, raw dog and pregnant with your fourth babe. Barney B, BV, HPV, allegedly. And then she had posted this tweet. These are now deleted, but again, shout out to Live Bites for capturing them. Now, after she said all that, I guess it caught Cardi B's attention, and she posted this picture of her ribs, and she says, nah, because I was really baking ribs and making blonde brownies, and here come this bee bothering me on my darn Monday. Cardi then proceeded to post this picture. Now, this is Nicki Minaj's brother wearing a hot pink wig, and you could look up his charges, but I think he got a life sentence for diddling, churring. And then Cardi B posts this and says, why are you bringing up my album? It's not the gag that you think. You've been in the game for 16 years and you compare yourself to your peers that started around your time, Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers that you need to be competing with. And you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the F are you comparing yourself to me for? Now, Cardi does bring up a valid point. If she only has 2 studio albums and is a newer artist within 7 years, why is Nicki Minaj always comparing herself to Cardi and not Taylor Swift? Then Cardi followed up and says, all right, and now this is the third tweet talking about my pregnancy. Like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all those perks scrambling your eggs, not allegedly. Lord protect my babies. And then you can pause to read this series of tweets from Cardi B. She calls her booger sugar Barbie. The powder I have, make these come out of rehab every time. Go to your effing room. Then she says, nothing more annoying than a bored bee. Then she says here, she says, you must have missed me, crazy, kiss my feet. Again, I'm not in the middle of any of this. I'm just reporting on what they tweeting and deleting, child. But if I had to take a wild guess, I would say it would be nice to watch Nicki Minaj compare her numbers to an artist who has a larger caliber than Cardi B. Not to say that Cardi B not gonna fight back. She's gonna fight back regardless because she truly, honestly don't care. But it's, again, it kind of makes you sit back and realize, like, hey, just compare yourself to Rihanna. You guys been in the game around the same time. You got about the same number of studio albums. So isn't that your competition? And what about Beyonce? Why she don't compete with me? Okay, let me hush because I'm getting messy.
Yet again, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are fighting over album sales and throwing the lowest of blows on Twitter. And Cardi finally said something to Nicki she's been needing to hear for a long time. Plus, see which side these celebrities took because they got dragged into it. So today, on Nicki Minaj's son's literal birthday, she is taking time to fight her other son, Cardi B. Now, anytime Cardi B achieves anything, Nicki Minaj gets extremely triggered because Nicki's always had this conspiracy theory that Cardi B is an industry plant that was manufactured to ushered Nicki out of the #1 spot of female rap. And Cardi B went on Call Her Daddy this week and finally answered that question and said no, she's not an industry plant. Her and Nicki Minaj just don't get along, and that's okay. But this week, when Cardi B's sophomore album, Am I the Drama, debuted with a terrific 200,000 units sold, Nicki started posting to the world that Cardi B is lying and her album didn't sell 200,000 units. She really said, ho, the things you lied about? Nicki posted so many other things about how Cardi is lying, so Cardi took to Twitter to start the fight, and she said, you must have missed me. Huh, crazy. Now kiss my feet at Nicki Minaj. Nothing more annoying than a bored bitch. I'm like, aw shit, they're gonna fight again. Someone's gonna walk away with a bump on their head. Nicki Minaj tweets back, ABCDEFG, rap like Barney, still ugly, saying that she's a very bad rapper who raps in like a very elementary, basic way. And then Cardi says back, cocaine Barbie. The power I have to make these bitches come out of rehab every time. Now go to your fucking room. So Nicki mocks her and says, ABCDEFG, surgery to look like me. Then she says, ABCDEFG, pregnant, play with his butsy, because Cardi B's pregnant with her 4th child, with her new boyfriend, Stephon Diggs. Then Cardi hit her back and said, ABCDEFG, your man have to snatch pussy. Pussy tastes like honeycomb. Your bro be touching 12 year. Because Nicki Minaj's brother went to prison for the R word of an underage girl. Then Nicki took it to like insane levels and said, raw dogging pregnant with the 4th baby, Barney B, BV, HPV, allegedly. Saying that Cardi B has STDs because she does it raw. Cardi B is pissed at this point, hits her back and says, all right, now this is the 3rd tweet talking about my pregnancy. Like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all them perks scrambling your eggs. Not allegedly. That's crazy, saying not allegedly. And was there a HIPAA violation? Then Cardi finally said something Nicki has been needing to hear for a long time. She said, why you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag that you think it is. You've been in the game like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be competing with, and you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the fuck is you comparing yourself to me for? And then Nicki Minaj just said, Barney B. And then morphed a photo of Cardi B and Barney together. And then Cardi took Nicki's brother's mugshot and cropped one of Nicki's wigs onto him, further coming at her for having a PDF file brother. JT came out against Cardi because Cardi says JT is Nicki Minaj's lapdog and further perpetuated that Cardi B lied about selling that much. Now, Kelly Rowland clearly took Cardi's side by posting facts that Cardi did sell that much and said she's the only female rapper to ever do so. And Ice Spice just posted herself peeping the conversation and laughing. I really think this is Nicki right now and we're gonna get another bullet fragment, bitch, she a bullet frag. Who do you think is right? Who do you think is better?
So as y'all can see right here, it says Nicki was never the problem. And then you can see somebody up top says she was always the problem. So let's go line by line, artist by artist. And move out the way so you can see this one. Let's start with Lil' Kim and Barb's. Hey, we gonna be delusional today? Yeah. Okay, let's start with Kim. Did I kill a queen? Alexander McQueen got the wrist on glow. The bottles is on pole. Got the shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy. Oh. Okay, did I kill a queen? Did I kill a queen? I think that speaks for itself. Who was the queen before Nicki? Who's the queen bee? Who do we call queen bee? Okay, there we go. We're done with this one. So the whole Remy Ma situation, I don't really know what happened with that. It was sounding like, Remy was saying Nicki was trying to stop her bags from behind the scenes. That's what Remy said. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I don't really know much about that. All I know is Sheether, baby. All I know is Sheether. Now let's move into Nicki and the Megan T. I wanted to do a whole video about their situation, but I just felt like Megan used Nicki and Nicki is mad and she's salty about it. And that one I could get. Like that beef with Nicki and Megan, I understand. But Nicki, you allow her to play on your not insecurities. I don't even know the word I want to use. You allow her to play on the fact that y'all both right. Y'all right. Y'all stuff. So she played on that and she got her little song. And the song honestly wasn't that great if they ask me, but whatever. And she got her stuff. And now Nicki hate Megan. Like she hate Megan more than Cardi. Like, she hate that girl. And I understand now. That is a beef I definitely get. Like, I can understand why Nicki don't like Megan. Because Megan was being who Megan is. Messy. And last but not least, good old Cardi and Nicki. I don't care what none of you say. Nicki hates on Cardi for no reason. And the reason she does it is because she's mad how she has shot to success and she cannot rap as well as her. I don't care what none of you people say. She hates Cardi for no reason. She literally watches this woman's every move and step, but thinks everybody's watching her. No, 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 no. Not when it comes to Cardi. She just hate Cardi because Cardi is winning. Cardi can't rap as well as her, but oh well, the world still love her, and they want to call her the queen next. Let's talk about it. With all that being said, I'm still a Nicki fan. I'm no Barb at all. Still a Nicki fan, but Nicki always got beef with the girlies. Okay.
Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are throwing shots at each other on Twitter. Nicki posted this photo. Then somebody said, damn, there's a lot to unpack here. Her fucking mind. So it says the crow jumps on the eagle's back, pecking at its neck to provoke a reaction while most animals would fight back. The eagle does not. Instead, it simply keeps flying higher and higher into the sky as the air gets thinner. The crow struggles to breathe and eventually falls away. And all these other things about why crows harass eagles, more things about the differences between them. And as you may or may not know, Cardi B's album has crows on it, and like that's just been like a symbol of her album so far. Nicki responded to that tweet and put this photo. Apparently, she also said $4.99 face ass, and $4.99 was the amount it was to buy Cardi's album on iTunes. Then Cardi posted and said, "You must have missed me. Huh, crazy. Now kiss my feet." Then she said, "Nothing more dangerous than a bored bitch." And then she deleted that post and posted this and said, "Nothing more annoying than a bored bitch." Nicki responded and said, "To every enabler, never provoke a writer while they're writing. You joined the game as a willing participant. Don't try to back out now." March 27th of 2026, which is the date for her new album. And then she said, "Rock bottom nation, rock inflation, Rico nation, you failed. Let the reindeer games begin. We win again." Cardi has tweeted and said, "The power I have, making these bitches come out of rehab every time. Go to your fucking room." JT decides to post, and she posts this photo at first. Then she replies to that tweet and said, "That bitch home ugly and mad, no celebration. I would have been dance breaking right now if I was number one, but she knows she lied." And then Nicki posted and deleted this so fast that I couldn't get my own screenshot, but she apparently said Barney dangerous. And she also just retweeted that she is trending at number 10, Barney B is trending at number 11. Cardi tweeted and said, "Cocaine Barbie." Nicki Minaj tweeted back and said, ABCDEFG, heavy TONGUE, heavy tongue. Now we'll see if they continue to go back and forth, but as of right now, this is all that has been tweeted. I'll be keeping you guys updated as the tweets keep rolling in. You know, sometimes the girls take a little break from tweeting at each other and then they come back. But it's getting a little late, so we don't know. Maybe they'll go to sleep soon. We'll see.
Guys, it's official. Cardi B has officially bowed out and thrown in the white towel when it comes to going up against Nicki Minaj. In this tweet, you can see Cardi B saying, "Why you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag that you think it is. You've been in the game like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be competing with, and you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the fuck is you comparing yourself to me for?" This all came after a series of tweets by Nicki Minaj whacking Cardi B left and right. However, like Armand said, let's not try to rewrite anything. Because like he said, now Cardi, let's be for real. You were comparing yourself to her and wanting to outsell her. Now it's a different vibe. When you were just telling everybody to bookmark tweets and it's time for hoes to gag. You were just telling your fans that they were gonna cry, they being the Barbs. However, now it seems that this week is you that are actually crying. But as of right now, it is official. Cardi B has thrown in the towel, and we now have the reigning queen of rap still being Nicki Minaj. Unfortunately, we were all, realistically, whether you a Barty gang or what, we were all looking for Cardi B to get in the ring and really have a back and forth with Nicki Minaj. However, Nicki Minaj embarrassed her so bad, Barney B didn't even want to get in the ring for real. And that's why Nicki Minaj is the queen. And that's why Nicki Minaj is the real drama. But pop y'all ish in the comments. How do y'all feel about Cardi B finally going ahead and admitting that she's not Nicki Minaj's peer and she's not on Nicki Minaj's level? Hopefully, do y'all think that people will stop comparing the two, or do y'all think that the comparisons will just continue and this girl will continue to be embarrassed? Pop y'all shit in the comments. Let's get into something.
Crying because I'm going to outsell. What? Y'all don't even want me to drop that album. Crying because I'm going to outsell. I'm going to outsell. I'm going to have he on top. That's a fact. Y'all never watch afraid of y'all parents when they say you got what you be wishing for is not what y'all. I understand when my fans ask for my album because duh. But when my albums ask for my album, like why? What do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen when I drop my album? You think it's gonna flop? You know it's not gonna flop.
And that clip right there is exactly why Cardi B is being dragged. She literally was talking to a Barb in that clip and told them that she is going to outsell. She was real confident about it, real cocky, that she was going to outsell Nicki Minaj. So all of you Cardi fans saying that Cardi doesn't care about numbers and she taught y'all not to care about numbers, that's a fucking lie. Because she's been keeping up with the tracking all week and she's been saying she's gonna outsell Nicki Minaj. That's her goal. And here are some more receipts, because just the other day, Cardi B was being dragged by the Barbs because of the 205K prediction. And she ended up saying, don't listen to them, y'all. Trust, they'll cry the loudest next week. We're going to do amazing, and I'm so proud of y'all. Keep buying. We got this. Basically insinuating that she's going to outsell, and you still didn't outsell. And y'all are still saying that she does not care about numbers and she doesn't care about outselling Nicki Minaj. That's been her goal the whole time. She's been arguing with Barb's nonstop and keeping up with Barb's Twitter.
Nicki Minaj went on Twitter and said, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, something about Cardi being pregnant and playing with a pussy. Cardi said, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, yo nigga gotta steal pussy. No way! I want to be a rapper so bad, bro. I want to be a rapper so bad. I already know who I'm going to make a diss track about because rapper beef is so fucking funny, but I ain't gonna lie, she ain't her up. She ain't Nicki.
OMG, I just woke up. What is going on? I don't even know where to begin. I don't know where to start. I only know what was said from one party because the other elder party likes to delete tweets. What I will say, though, is motorsport was not that fucking good to cause all this goddamn chaos. Y'all have been arguing for 7 winters and 7 fucking summers. At this point, bitch, I'm Nick Lombardi. If you still believe that Nicki Minaj, Onika Tanya Mirage, is not threatened by Cardi B, you're a dummy, bitch. Like, I don't know what more she needs to do to prove to you that she is indeed threatened. To be 42 years old on the fucking internet, picking fights with a bitch that you claim you do not give a fuck about, hours before your son's birthday. Hours before your one and only child's birthday, when you should be packing fucking Paw Patrol goodie bags. But instead, you are on the internet at 42 years of age getting round up by children. You are on the internet subliminally subbing a bitch that doesn't think about you, that doesn't speak on you, that has said multiple times that she's not in fucking competition with you, and you want me to believe that you are not threatened. Going completely out of your way unprovoked to prove that you are in fact the greatest female rapper, as if anybody has ever fucking debated that. That has never been up for debate. But the way you mention it, it's almost as if you're trying to convince yourself because you're starting to believe that it's not true. Like, we can argue and say that there is, in fact, nobody on her level, but nobody is trying to be on her level. Like, the girls came into the game saying, I look up to you. They never said I wanted to be you, bitch. They never said that they want your fucking spot. So why are you trying so hard to prove that nobody can take it? It's yours. Like, bitches can't even path their own fucking career without you going on a fucking rant thinking that they're trying to come for you. These girls are half your fucking senior and you prove time and time again that you are easily intimidated by them. Like, this whole situation just proves that everything everybody said about you is indeed true. Everything every bitch has ever said about you is true. And I do believe that you like that tweet about that girl's daughter. Because you are miserable, you are sad, and you are fucking insecure. Like, what good is wanting to be called the greatest of all time if you don't even fucking believe it yourself?
Call it what you want, but this beef between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B is quite entertaining. I love a good rap beef. And with these ladies both being from New York, their insults hit hard. They go low. Their insults are vile. They do not hold back whatsoever. These two have been very consistent. They do not like each other, and I don't think they ever will. And the thing is, I get both sides. One person feels like, hey, I'm the coach, I'm the person who put you on, you need to respect me, blah, 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 blah. But the other person feels like, you're not about to sun me. And that's just very New York on both ends. Y'all can call me messy, but I truthfully feel like this just makes music fun. Because now we're all patiently waiting for March 27th to get here so we can listen to Nicki diss Cardi and the rest of her sons. But anyways, thank you to these ladies for entertaining me before I went to bed.
My point is, what I want the world to know about Nicki Minaj is when you hear Nicki Minaj spit, Nicki Minaj wrote it. And I want to thank my haters too because they be downloading my stuff so they can hear it and talk crap about it, but it benefits me.
Thanks for riding the wave. More hits coming soon. Please subscribe, like, and share.